What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am pumped to be back. Finally, have my new setup ready to go, ready to rock. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, my name is Charles Leslie, Chaz, as most people know me as. Basically, here what we do on the channel, Side Hustle Network, a lot of reselling content. What developed as really started as a side hustle for us was selling products on Amazon, eBay. Eventually, just blew up into our full-scale operation working with clients. Now we prep their products as well, otherwise known as a prep center, still selling ourselves and running a bunch of back-end stuff. So that leads us to where we are today. I'm going to give people a minute to hop on here live so I can hopefully get somebody to give me an audio and video check. This is my first time using this new setup, so let me know if everything is coming in clearly. I'm going to crack my beverage here. Have to keep it clean. I'm on day 46 of 75 hard, which has been an interesting experience. 2 workouts a day. Andy Frisella, if you don't know. 2 workouts a day. One has to be outside, rain or shine. I keep finding myself looking at my webcam when I'm streaming from my actual camera now. So hopefully the quality is a little bit better than it ever has been. So 2 workouts a day, one has to be outside. Usually I just do a 45-minute walk. Now getting back into running, so I'm doing a little bit of a jog walk combination. Gyms just closed down here in Oregon again. So that's been fun. I just bought weights and a squat rack, so I'll get that all set up in the garage. And then you also do no alcohol. So I'm 46 days technically sober now, which is the first time in many years. I talked about this on our last live stream that we did here. And so I'm still going strong on that. So that's where I'm at today. Business wise, just real quick, because it's been a little bit of time since we last checked in via stream here. Business has been going phenomenal. It's Q4. So of course, sales are up just on our personal Amazon, eBay accounts, as well as the prep centers full scale doing 20 to 25,000 units a month, which has been phenomenal. And the cool part about that, I know 25,000 units a month in prep center world is not large by any means. There's centers that do that per week, and some of them do that every couple of days. It's crazy the scale that some of these prep centers do. But for us, it's 25,000 units a month now that are not just mainly me, my wife, Trista, and a couple of the teammates. We have 6 employees now that are running most of the actual physical prep. So I can start working on the business and not in the business, because when you work in your business, that's taking time away from what you could be working on in order to keep developing and improving. All kinds of content coming around that, all based around the book, The E-Myth, which I just finished reading. So that's what my mind is wrapped up in now. So this now, because we've developed a team and put in systems to have them run the show on the day-to-day stuff with the physical prep, that's now granted me more time back in my daily schedule to where I can come back in, create content, do some YouTube for y'all. So hopefully we are sounding and looking okay. Let me scroll back up here. What's up? We got Mr. Harry Tornado Josh up in the house. What's up, man? Yeah, the setup just threw on some. I was looking at what I wanted to do for my new setup, and blues have. I just realized I'm kind of blending in with the wall here with the shirt color too. Blues have always been kind of my jam. I never really thought I had like a favorite color, but I find myself going towards blues more than anything. So instead of doing the traditional black or charcoal gray background that a lot of professional YouTubers do, I wanted to add a little color to it, which I know I could do with a background light, which I have one down here. Obviously you see it shine off my arm there, just to make it pop in the background. I want to stick with that blue color. I love that. I think that's kind of developing into our theme colors, if you will. And just threw up some of my fun stuff that we got, the YouTube plaque. So thank you to all of you. Because of you guys, we have that thing up there. Got my signed Freddy Krueger right there. My prized possession is the sealed Game Boy Pokemon Yellow Edition, graded 85 plus. So that thing I just found out sold on eBay a few days ago, or a week ago, something like that, for $6,000. I am in that one, $500. And no, I'm not selling it. I told Trista the other day, I'm like, if someone handed me a $6,000 check right now and said I want that game, I don't think I'll part ways with it right now. That type of product obviously is just going to keep going up in value over time. And that's one of the only pieces on this entire wall, aside from the YouTube plaque and Freddy Krueger here, those are the only pieces I have like the sentimental value to. So I'm going to hold on to those guys for a while. Mr. Martin, real life FBA up in the house. Good to see you here. Shout out to Bryce. Let me know how you guys are doing if you're first time watching. And if you've been a long time subscriber and I haven't seen you in a while, give me a quick update. How are you doing? I am going to be, I forgot to even show you guys what I'm doing today. I got a hold of 30 of the Pokemon Evolutions packs. I'm going to be opening these guys up. And somebody mentioned this earlier. Oh, quick shout out. Bigfoot Hustles, my man, Richard. What's up, guy? Just had a total brain fart where I was going with this. Oh, here we go. Eron or Aaron. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Evolutions market is about to tank. Don't even open these. I'm not opening these for any. This is just straight up for my own personal fun. I've been wanting to get back into Pokemon collecting for a while, and I figure since the market hit a huge hype, now's a good time to get back into it. But yeah, the market is definitely coming back down to what we would consider normal for the evolution packs. I love the evolution packs. If you guys don't know the evolution packs, quick background, I come from collecting the old school 90s cards like most people do. I'm 32 years old, so that was my jam, was all the 90s collectible stuff. And I had the typical binder full of the Pokemon cards, all that kind of stuff. Don't know what happened to it at some point in my teens. It got sold or disappeared. I honestly don't remember where that thing went. It may be in my mom and dad's basement or attic or something like that. I don't know. So quick shout out. I just saw we had Andre. Thank you for the super chat, man. Cup of coffee on me, brother. Thank you. Much appreciated. So old school Pokemon collecting, a lot of us started with, and I never got into any of the newer stuff. Like base set was all I did because it's all that was available back then. And then as I got older and all these new ones, Sword and Shield and all this stuff comes out, I had no desire to get into it, never did. And then recently started getting back into it. But the evolution set, obviously base packs and base cards in general, crazy money right now. If you guys are looking to sell your cards, now's the time to do it. The market's coming down a little bit, but I think the market's changed. I think it's always going to be a little bit higher now than it has been. But these are the cheapest way you can get back into kind of the nostalgia. They're the 2016 version, and they're going to have all those base set cards, except I believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I am by no means a Pokemon expert or like a pack opener. By the way, I'm just simply doing this for my own fun. But I believe they don't have Venusaur or Blastoise, which kind of sucks because I would love to get all three of those. Charizard being the third one. 32, and he's talking like an old man. Back in my day, those 1999 Pokemon cards. All right. This is my first Pokemon opening. Technically, this is by no means a Pokemon channel. I know there's all kinds of PokeTubers that they call them. I'm by no means one of those channels. Our channel here is primarily focused on selling physical products on Amazon, eBay. And that's what this channel still is. By the way, I'm not detouring into like Pokemon category. I'm going to answer reselling questions and talk reselling with you guys. At the same time, I'm just going to open up some packs. I have 30 of them. I'm not going to open all 30 right now, but I figure I miss content. And I finally decided a couple weekends ago, I'm like, you know what? I keep putting it off. Screw it. My excuse was I don't have a good background. Like we just moved into this new warehouse about 3.5 months ago, and I didn't have a good spot for a background at all. So this office is actually painted half what it originally was, which was this beige color, which doesn't mesh well with this as a background. So we just painted this one wall blue. So to you guys, it looks good, but what you don't see is hot mess on the other side, which is okay. So let's open up the first pack. If you guys watch Pokemon Booster Pack on openings, unboxing, whatever you want to call it, typically they have a second video shot, which would be an overhead shot. I don't have that fancy setup quite yet. So you trust that these are sealed and like I'm going to show you the real stuff. Let's just get into it, shall we? And while I'm doing this, I'll take some questions. So if you guys have questions, comments, I'm curious what you guys have been up to and how is everyone's Q4 going? Q4, I feel like if you guys are talking about like hot toys and different stuff, the actual Bolo items, it's been a really good year so far. I feel like last year there was, is that like super loud, the opening sound? Because if it is, I'll move my microphone away somewhere. I don't have a garbage can in here, so I'm just going to throw these on the ground. I'll clean them up later. I feel like this year Really, really good. Oh, here's what we could do. We just do it this way. That work? All right. Heater in, staying true. So what we're looking for, oh, I will definitely take that. Again, this is just for my own personal collection here. Obviously Charizard is like the one we want to pull, but reverse holo. Pikachu, come on, focus. Oh, it's on face tracking is why. There's my new face. There we go. I will gladly take a reverse holo Pikachu. Yellow cheeks, to be precise. And I did plan ahead, guys. I got sleeves because I haven't bought sleeves for cards since I was like 12. This is real life right now. What's up, Knight? Got some pretty awesome people in here. What's up, Kenny? Shout out to Kenny. I don't have it up yet, but actually, wait, I do. It's up here on this shelf. You guys can't see it. Kenny sent me a pretty badass Ninja Turtle set, so I got that one up there on the wall. So let's dive into this. I'm going to get these sleeves open up real quick. If you guys have questions, obviously this is a reselling based channel. So if you guys want to talk reselling, 100% game for that. Let's talk about anything in general. I decided I haven't done YouTube videos legitimately in like 6 months. I fell into the YouTube trap that I think a lot of content creators fall into, but none of us love to talk about it, is I got into the trap of running out of ideas, right? Can we all agree that once you talk about reselling in the basics, it's not about more information at that point. It's more so just accountability. And I ran into the trap of, I did videos on a lot of different topics. A lot of those videos blew up. A couple of them hit 1 million views. Super appreciative of it, but I ran out of ideas. Every YouTuber does at some point. So I took a break. All right, first one, got them all sleeved up, make a nice little pile there. I'm not looking up eBay comps or anything like that. I don't plan on selling these, by the way. I want to create, just for my own nostalgia purposes, I want to create just the entire Evolutions collection here, basically. So I need to find a good spot to pile up the excess cards. We'll try over here. That works. So I ran into the typical running out of ideas situation, and there was videos at that point where I was trying to force the content and give you guys what I think that you wanted. Now that I'm kind of in a new mental state, I've taken many months off to kind of focus on me, as people would cliche call it. But I did. I took the last 6 months, especially since I'm doing 75 hard, I'm on day 46. The last 2 months, man, things have changed up here. I'm a different human, if you will, and I feel solid. I feel more mentally clear and solid now than I think I ever have. So when I came bringing that persona into YouTube, think about what type of content I should create, my first thought was, you know what? I'm just going to create content I want to create and have fun with it. So for me, collecting shit is fun. So I'm going to start doing that. All right. We looking for Charizard. All right. We got a reverse Poliwag, Electrode, Machoke, Coughing, Kakuna. All right. We'll take Poliwag, put him up over here. I don't know why. I've always liked Electrode. I keep literally looking at my webcam, putting him up there. I have to get used to this, like using my camera setup. Crispy video, right? Freaking, I love it. I love it. I don't know why I put it off so long trying to use this thing. All right, let me sleeve it up because we don't want to scratch up these hollows, even if they're not worth much, which most of these cards, they're worth like $2 each at best, unless you pull one of the good ones. It's just the nostalgia aspect, and it's having fun with it. That's what I'm here to do. So that's what I'm doing for the channel from now on. I'm still going to make tutorial videos, by the way. I know that's why a lot of people subscribe to this channel, is you love the Amazon tutorials, going out to Goodwills and filming myself and what I buy. Still doing all of that. I'm just not going to force myself to make content I'm not passionate about. And that's one thing I've learned in life lately. I don't have anything graded in my collection except about 3 or 4 months ago. So if you guys don't know, the Pokemon hype popped like, what has it been? A month ago? Somewhere around within the last 30 days, really. About 2 months before that, so about 3 months ago, I had a PSA 8 base set 2 Charizard and then a dark Charizard PSA 9, both graded. I sold the PSA 9 dark Charizard. I don't know what they're going for today. I haven't checked that specific card in a couple weeks, but I sold that thing for like 120 bucks, which, 120 to 180 was about going rate back then. I didn't have any need for it, so I just sold it off. Now it's probably worth, if somebody wants to look it up, please let me know. PSA 9 Dark Charizard. It could be worth 300, 400, 500, somewhere in that range now, just estimating. So mad that I sold that. And I technically still have the PSA 8 base set 2 Charizard. I don't know where it's at. And I've been looking for it for about a week because now I've been unboxing all my collector's items, have been boxed up from our old office. I haven't found it yet. So I'm getting a little nervous because that card, again, I haven't looked it up in a while, a couple weeks at least, but that thing could be another 300, 400, 500, 600. I don't know. I haven't looked it up, but that's kind of where we're at with that. So I have technically one PSA graded. I would love to get a hold of some more good stuff and get those in. And I would love a shelf, just a PSA graded stuff. I saw somebody comment on here. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Closet Geek Reselling UK. 110 PSA cards in the collection. That's amazing. What are your top 2? Everyone's got the top 2 faves. They don't have to be the most expensive. Just what are your personal top 2 faves in there? All right, here we go. Next pack. I think this is number 3. Nidorino reverse. And ooh, this one's got a bad print line on it, though. Let's see if you guys can see this. Where's it at? You can't see it on here. Canon's making it look better than it actually does. It got a pretty bad print line right down the middle. But for collectors' sake, just to have that, I'll take it. Again, ooh, there we go. Surfing and Flying Pikachus are another one I'm looking for. I think I actually opened a Flying Pikachu in another pack. Not here, but a couple days ago. I have to double check that. Some of these in PSA 10s can actually be worth a good chunk of change. So some of these I'll have to look up, and if they're worth it, I'll send them in and get graded. Not in the collection yet, but they're still getting graded. Yeah, grading is backed up from what I hear. Okay. Real Hustler never starves. Shout out to that name, by the way. 500 to 600 for that card. Yeah, I'm a little irritated. I sold that Dark Charizard. What's up, Jeremy? How are you checking prices? eBay comps. Is there a Beckett for Pokemon? Yeah, you can send your stuff in to get Beckett graded or PSA. I just, it's whatever personal preference is at that point. From what I hear in the different videos that I watch, Beckett's a little bit more strict with their grading system. But yeah, eBay comps is just generally what you want to go by. If you're looking up eBay comps on Pokemon cards right now, I don't look it up on the computer. I use my phone most of the time. Your eBay app is going to default. When you search something and then hit sold, it's going to default to best match, which is, it's going based on keywords and your search history, stuff like that. You want to filter that to ended most recently, because Pokemon cards really popped like a month ago. So you don't really even care. You don't need to care about sold comps that happened 2 or 3 months ago. Go end by most recent. Yeah, especially, man, the vintage cars right now are freaking nutso. I actually own, and I tried to find them. Again, I'm losing a lot of stuff here. I have them in a box, but I have 6 base set unlimited sealed booster packs. So I did cop those while they were still semi-cheap, if you want to call it that. I paid up on them, but I have 6 of those right now. All right, opening up the next one. Do you ever do lives with guests? Yes, YouTube, a job. Planning stuff out as a task. Man, if more people understood the back end of being a creator or running a YouTube channel, A lot of people think, you just turn the camera on and that's it. Like there's a lot that goes into it, especially when you get to kind of a larger channel. There's a lot that goes into it. But do we ever do guests? We haven't had guests on in a while. We have a couple close partners of ours we do collabs with. So like we'll be doing one on Monday with Dylan Carter, announcing some new Repricer Aura features that got implemented there. All right, Caterpie, Poliwag, got another Pikachu up in there. I'm going to have a few Pikachus. Magnemite, I don't have that one yet, so that helps. All right, so we got a Magnemite. Get that guy all sleeved up. How's everyone's Q4 going? I mentioned ours is going phenomenal. Like I mentioned earlier, I feel like last year there was a couple decent hot items, but this year there's a list of really good stuff you can go pick out of retail stores right now. Hey, what's up? Got one of my good buddies, Ron, here. Love the new setup. Much appreciated. I do have my aperture set pretty low, which means it is going to blur out the background. Let me see if I can sharpen this up a little bit. There we go. You guys can see a little bit more of the background, but of course it makes the video a little bit darker, a little grainy. We'll just bring this all back up. Yeah, loving the new background. It's so nice to just have like a dedicated spot now instead of just literally, I would clear off a table, one of our prep tables, I would just clear off a spot, not just to do video stuff, but to just open my laptop and do regular work. And so it's nice to have a dedicated spot now. Let's see here. Yeah, Martin sending out 5 pallets a week. Crushing it, man. All right, let's open up next one. Magikarp. Oh, man. There we go. Yes. I've actually been waiting to pull this one too. So we've got EX Dragonite full art. Love, love, love these cards that they did. Is this one? I have not looked this one up before. Can someone look this up for me? I guess we could do it here on the computer. Let me sleeve this guy up if someone wants to look that up for me real quick. Dragonite EX full art. Yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to kind of get back in a little bit of collecting. My son Titus is almost 6 years old now. Here in December, he'll be 6. So getting him back into a little bit of, not back, it's his first time, but me getting back into collecting is the beginning of kind of his collecting. So that's fun. He doesn't get to play with these ones though. he gets some of the less collectors ones. Oh, did I say full art? That is a half art. Duh. Again, not an expert. You guys get to see the beginning stages of my own collecting here. Full art obviously is the entire card. That one's the half. Got a little excited there. I'm happy with that. I'm curious what it's worth. Let me look it up real quick because I am curious. So we've got, and if you're typing in, if you're looking up cards, you can do it a couple ways. You can type in, if you just type in Pokemon Dragonite card, there's all kinds of variations by now and whatnot. So one way you could do it is in the bottom. If you don't know the bottom corner, they vary depending which year. For this edition, it's going to be in the bottom right corner. You'll see some numbers. So this is card number 72. So I just type in Pokemon 72-108. That's just saying this is card 72 out of 108 that were produced. So let's see here. Again, a lot of these cards are not, I'm not expecting anything that's crazy. Yeah, so again, we're seeing like $2, $3, $4 range for that. So we have a PSA 10 that sold for $51 plus $4 shipping. So that's where grading might come into play. So something like this, if, obviously we got to look at centering and all that stuff, but if I felt it was a PSA 10 worthy, I can send it in, get graded. And that might be now a $50 card just based on the sold comp I'm seeing there. We'll have to do some type of content around, I'll do a tutorial on, how to look up the Pokemon cards and all that fun stuff. All right, let's do another one. What's up, Paul? Chaz, where have you been? I've been hustling, man. Building a prep center has been no joke. Holy crap. Way more work than I ever thought. But it's been a lot of fun, and now it's built up to the point where we have a team of about 6 people that run the day-to-day prep, while I'm now stepping back away from prepping myself and starting to work on the business and improving systems, creating content, having fun with all this again. Man, if you guys ever want to run a prep center, just be ready to work. Be ready. All right. Got Growlithe, and there's my Chansey. I've not pulled that one yet. I've been opening these packs here and there for the last, probably 4 weeks. I've not pulled a Chansey yet. So we got a Growlithe. Chansey. Look at that beauty. There we go. And not bad either. Centering. Tiny bit off, but not bad. Not bad at all. 0 marks on the foil. I'm happy with it. I've not looked up Chansey in a couple weeks either, so I'm curious if that's gone up or down. I think evolutions in general is just going to go down a little bit. And it, may pop again at some point. Who knows? All right, I'm going to look up Chansey real quick, see if that's worth. And this is just kind of what I'm going to do naturally, is I'm going to be lost my train of thought here. I'm going to be looking each of these hollows up and seeing which ones are worth sending in grading, because I would love to have some like PSA graded shelf back here to add into the collection here. Chansey Evolutions. All right, so we're going to go to sold history. And then we are going to go ending recent. All right, so still same range, about $2 to $4. A PSA 10 took a best offer. I want to see what the recent PSAs went for. Let's just punch in PSA in the keyword. All right, so we've got. All right, that's a reverse hollow that went for $190. And then a regular hollow, which we have for $36 for a PSA 8. Let's see if I can find, okay, PSA 9 for $35. And then a PSA 9 for $20. Let me type in PSA 10 here. Hard part is like 10s are so hard to get. All right, PSA 10, $190. So that's a card we're sending in. If, obviously, I'm going to look at these a little bit more in depth and go from there. Paul, isn't it $15 to $20 to have a card graded depending on the amount of cards you send in to be graded? Yes. I have not sent in any cards to get graded. I've sent in video games to get graded. So I know that process, and that's that's a little bit more than $15, $20 for games. But yeah, in general, you're looking at $15, $20, and that's just the baseline. Like that can take weeks. Right now, I hear that they're backed up for months in a lot of cases to get the cheap stuff graded. Obviously, the more you pay, the faster turnaround time you can get from there. So that's why you have to, as a collect, it depends on what you're doing this for. If you're just opening card packs just for simply making a profit and reselling, obviously you've got to go for the high dollar ones in order to make it worth it. For someone like myself, like this is just purely for my own nostalgia and enjoyment. I really don't care too much about, the flipping for the profit aspect, maybe down the road, but for now I'm just having fun with it. So if the card is worth, $50 or $60 in a PSA form, then I'm happy to spend the $20 to get it graded. Plus, I just like the slabs, the hard cases they put them in, the PSA or the Beckett, either one. And I just want to have that little bit of collection going. Yes, that right there. Make sure you sleeve the cards right away because they can get damaged easily. Yes. That's what I'm doing behind the scenes here is while I'm talking to you guys, I'm sleeving these up. But yeah, it's insane the level of everything that they take the PSA 10 to. Like the difference between a 9 and a 10 PSA grade is crazy. I mean, hundreds of dollars difference in some cases. If you get into the high-end cards, thousands of dollars of difference. If you have the slightest tiny, like to the human eye, you may not even be able to see the flaw, especially when you hold it backwards up against a black background. You can see if there's any whitening in the corners. Like this one has tiny bit of whitening. It's actually not bad at all. Tiny bit, but that may be the difference between having a PSA 10 versus dropping into a PSA 9. It's crazy. It's actually a really good question. I haven't sent in any cards yet. So what's the safest way to send a card? So for those of you who have graded stuff, I'm curious on that question too. Closet Geek says it's a 6-month back haul right now. That's craziness happening. All right, opening up next one. Tingla. There we go. Got a half art Pidgeot. It's a badass looking card too. There we go. I'm happy with that. I just want one Charizard. That's it. Reverse, regular haul. I don't care what kind. I just want to pull one Charizard. I can easily go on eBay and filter down to the lowest and put in offers and buy it, but there's something about pulling the card. It's just more enjoyable. It's almost like when you're selling on eBay. Like the difference between selling a product on Amazon versus eBay is greatly different in the hunter's high or the treasure hunter's high aspect. What I mean by that is because I've had people ask me, what's my favorite? Hold on, let me get this sleeved up. What is my favorite platform to sell on? It depends on which aspect. Like if we're talking just purely based on scalability, it's Amazon. But if we're talking about the treasure hunter like high that I get, like most of you understand, it's definitely eBay. Because there's something about when you sell an item on eBay, you have treasure hunted and physically found the product. Maybe you've cleaned it up, you've tested it, you've taken the photo, like you've gotten to know this product, and then it sells and it's off to a new home. With Amazon, it's like buy it off a shelf or a wholesale supplier. It's like, okay, put a label on it, send it in, make $4 or $5 profit, and then move on, right? There's no treasure hunter high involved with that. So that's why like it's same aspect with like pulling your own card versus just buying it. Like I've got cash to blow right now. Like I can just go buy a whole set, but there's something about doing it yourself. All right, see if we got an answer to that. Stewart Snacks. I love that. What's up, man? Yes. I actually did some research on what sleeves to get. And of course I had bought the top loaders before doing my research. So that's all I have to work with right now. I definitely have to get some of the better ones. Ooh. What is the most you have made off of a single flip? There's a couple high dollar items I'm trying to, there's two in particular that I'm thinking of. So there's two scenarios we're talking about here. A single flip, which was the question, but then there's also, I mean, this can kind of be considered single flip. It was one item, but it was two, no, not two. I have to remember my numbers. It was like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. I want to say it was 200 units. So it's that story real quick. Sketchy AF, by the way. Sketchiest pickup I've ever done. So I found a Facebook post. Let's open this next pack real quick, and then we'll dive into it. All right, we got a reverse Haunter. Far-fetched. Come on, man. Just want to get my Charizard. I'm going to do a stream one of these days. I don't stop the stream until I get the Charizard. I'm I'll have to buy some extra packs. Except I don't like paying the resale value on them because I don't want to pay 10, 11 bucks per pack. If anyone's got packs for sale that's not crazy amounts, please let me know. I'll open them live here. How about that? I know we got some other Pokemon people watching. All right, story time. I stumbled upon this Facebook post, and there were two. I have to remember to get my math right. All right, my math may be off on this. Just bear with it. There was at least 200 or 300 units of blank VHS TDK tapes. Yeah, if you know, you know. They didn't have a price, so I asked them, how much do you want for all of them? And they said, I don't know, give me an offer. And of course, if you know, you don't put in the first number, right? If you can help it, you don't put in the first number. So I came back at them. I said, well, what's been your best offer so far? And they said $100. Like, it's comical. So I said, all right, tell you what, if you can do $200, I can pick them up tonight. I didn't want to offer like 120 or 140 or whatever. I just want to give them a good solid number that they couldn't resist, because in their head, they were going to get $100. They were pumped. So I said, okay, $200, I can pick it up. It was an hour-and-a-half drive up the jankiest gravel road ever in the boonies. And I'm here in Oregon, so it's like straight up the side of a mountain to go find these things. Drive, and I have no cell reception, which of course is not scary at all. I drive around these like crazy turns, pull up to the, I'm sorry, but dirtiest looking house I've probably ever seen. And I'm like, am I in the right place? Like, did I just take a wrong turn? Pull up, go to the door, and I'm like, I don't have a weapon on me. I don't have cell phone reception. I'm not super strong. Like, what if they try to take me for what I got here? So I definitely went to the door, knocked. I'm like, hey, I'm here for the VHS. Am I at the right place? She's like, oh, yeah. Just pull your car up to the garage. So I pulled my car up, and I had, Trista had this old beat up Equinox, a little like small SUV, back it up into their garage. And she takes, like, there's a brown tarp. It's so sketchy. She pulls the tarp off of these things, and they're case packed. We're not talking loose. We're talking straight up case packed. And my first thought was, these are absolutely 100% stolen. Like, they just have to be. So, and of course I asked her, I'm like, hey, do you mind if I ask, like, where'd you get a hold of these? She gave me this elaborate story about her dad owned a shop, and like, just long drawn out story. It went on for like 15 minutes. I don't know if it was true or not, but I'm like, hey, that's fine. Here's $200. Loaded up, and these things are heavy too. So I loaded up the rig, weighed down, drove an hour and a half back home. We prepped and shipped these out of our garage. Point being, it broke down to, we paid 44 cents per. They were sold in 4 packs. So that's what the number was. It was 204 packs, if I remember right. Somewhere around there. We sold them for $30 on Amazon. Now this, let me preface with this. This was like 4 years ago. There was no IP claims. There was no inauthentic claims. Like, claims weren't a thing. We never needed invoices for anything back then. Don't do this now. But I sold them on Amazon for about $30 a piece. We paid 44 cents. So that $200 flipped, and we sold them quick. It was gone within like 3 or 4 weeks. We sold all of them within the month. And that $200 then turned into $6,000 profit. So that was what I consider my single best flip, even though it was one product, but deep quantity. Now, if we're talking about just one unit, there's 2 scenarios, and we made about the same. I guess we made about $100 more on one of them, but there's 2 scenarios. One, some of you remember this. Did I put this on video? I think I did. One of my sold videos, but I had bought a pallet. And I'm not going to name suppliers and all this stuff, but I bought a liquidation pallet, customer return stuff. And I had one of these, I'm going to mispronounce this thing so bad. Mila? It's the coffee brand. Miley? Someone give me something. Whatever that coffee brand is. And they make high-end machines. So this machine came in. It was obviously used. There were coffee grounds everywhere. I spent 30 minutes rinsing this thing out in my kitchen, deep cleaning it. it was about $75 per unit on what was on that pallet. So I estimate I paid $75 for the unit, got it cleaned up, listed. It sold in 2 nights. It sold for $875. It's in one of our what sold videos. If you go back to our channel, it was between $800 and $900. So yeah, that was a really good one. That was a solid flip. That was probably our single best flip we've done. The other one was something Trista found, actually. So she went to Goodwill and she had found this scanner, and it's a Scan Snap IX 500 one. I forget which model exactly. But that was another scenario where she paid $15 and it was sealed. Beautiful. Brought it home and she's like, hey, I thought this might be worth something. That thing sold for over $500 within a few days. So those were our 2 single best flips as far as single items go. And then one of our best flips that was multiple units deep. Yeah, this one. I know that's how it's spelled. I'm trying to remember how to pronounce the thing. It's Miley. It's like Mila. Mealy. I'm going to butcher that. I'm not a coffee connoisseur. Ryan, Rally Roots, I know he's probably going to watch this. I'm sorry, man. I'm not a coffee connoisseur. I love coffee, but I'm not a... He's probably shaking his head right now because I'm mispronouncing the crap out of this thing. Let's get another pack open, shall we? Have I ever sold snacks? Yes. Love the grocery category. I have sold snacks and all that stuff. All right, next up. Come on. All right, we got a reverse Zapdos and... Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. You ready for it? Ah, come on. Cannon. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Got Zapdos and got a Mega Charizard. I am not looked this specific one up. Again, I'm not looking to sell these. These are just, I'm going to collect these for now. All right. I'm going to punch this guy in because I've not looked up sold comps on this specific one. Got number 13 out of 108. Oh my gosh. Finally pulled one. Finally. All right. Most recent non-graded. So that's called raw. 26 plus 4. So about $30. Got 35. So about 30 across the board. Now, how's my centering on this? Maybe. Let's just see what we got for PSA. All right, I want to send this guy in. 203 sold comp for a PSA 10. Whether or not this is a 10, we shall see. There's actually no whitening on the edges. All right, you are getting in a sleeve ASAP, and I need to get some of the hard sleeves. Put this guy in. I finally pulled one. That wasn't bad. What was that, pack 8? 7, 8? I don't know. I haven't been counting. Have you guys been counting? Beautiful. Get this guy to focus up real quick. Such a sweet looking art on that guy. All right. He is getting set off to the side. You're better than the normal pile. Yeah, don't damage it. I will do my best not to damage the cards. Yeah, I saw that. Logan Paul quit Pokemon. Yeah, if you guys aren't familiar, just Logan Paul is Logan Paul, but yeah, he's part of the reason all the Pokemon got hyped up. Had a good run, and then he announced he's quitting the collecting. So of course the market's kind of dwindling back down, which is great for us because guess what? The prices get cheaper for the packs we want to get. Yes, this one, reverse Zapdos. Awesome condition. Man, I'm actually surprised. Like some of the cards I've been pulling have not been in great condition. These ones so far are pretty solid. Yeah, this is actually the second one I've pulled. I have another one too. Pulled that one a couple days ago. I literally will sit in my car And then if I go park to go into somewhere, before I park, I'll just like open up a pack. It's like my little secret fun I'm having lately is I just keep packs in my car. So every time I park, I just open one. All right. I'm curious too, has anyone else in here been opening packs? Got some good pulls. Yeah, if you guys are not in the grocery game, Mr. Martin, real life FBA, 7-figure seller here, purely bread and butter grocery. Not actual bread and butter. I probably would never recommend you sell those on Amazon. But yeah. Yeah, it's like a scratch off. This literally, I was explaining this to one of our people on our team here. I was explaining this the other day because she was asking about collector's items and why, like what makes them valuable and all the questions. And I explained to her in that sense where it literally is gambling, because this is like a scratch off ticket. I have no idea what's under these cards here. All right. Can we get another one? Oh my gosh, can you imagine if we did 2 in a row? All right. Clefairy, reverse Polyrath. I think we pulled another reverse Polyrath. Got these 2 here. Set these to the side, sleeve them up, and there he is. So we pulled both the flying and the surfing Pikachu now, which I'm pumped for. And I actually just looked these up the other day. Let me just double check, see what we're looking at here. By the way, do you guys enjoy these more like casual, laid back chat, BSing around videos? We still got a few of you watching, so I'm assuming it's not informative content. It's literally just purely entertainment value. But I want to start getting back into just having fun with YouTube, and this is part of it. I'm just going to start having fun with it. So we're looking at flying Pikachu, and I saw somebody had sold 2. All right, so we have a sold on November 20th, just a few days back, for $24 for both. But I want to see what the PSA ones go for. All right, so we have a PSA 9 flying Pikachu for $99 plus 12 shipping. We have another flying Pikachu PSA 9 for $55. PSA 10 went for $133. So that's a prime example of something I definitely want to send in. There was a pair of the 2 PSA 9s listed for $375, and they took a best offer. And PSA 9 flying Pikachu went for $75. Here we go. PSA 10 surfing Pikachu, $370. That's just like, when you think about the fact that we're paying so much money for just a piece of cardboard, it's it's mind-boggling. All right. I am super, super happy with these pulls so far. Again, it's not really about, the dollar amount. It's more so just completing a pretty sweet looking collection. All right. Even though he's not a holo, would have been friggin' sweet to see this in a holo. But you just gotta love the Pikachus. What's the turnover rate for these cards? Obviously, there are collectors out there, but how fast do they sell? These things, like Pokemon cards right now, even before the hype, these things sell every single day. If there's a specific card, you can look on eBay sold comps, filter by most recent, and you can count how many per day are selling through versus how many are actively listing or listed, and kind of do the math from there. For collectors' sake, like, I'm holding on to these for a while, so turnover rate, I don't really have any need for right now. Hey, there you go. I'm making my own card game like Pokemon. I don't watch many streams, but the Pokemon gave you a notch in my book. Much appreciated. I by no means am a Pokemon card opening YouTube channel, but it's part of something I have fun with and I nerd out on. So I'm going to start sharing more about what goes on behind the scenes here. Because sometimes I just sit in my office and open cards. A little bit more fun to talk with you guys and do it at the same time than just sitting here all by myself opening Pokemon cards. A 32-year-old man opening Pokemon cards by himself. That's life sometimes, and it's okay. I embrace it. I had literally no idea how many packs we've opened so far. I still have, I'll show you guys. I still got a whole box of them. I started with 30, 33, 34, somewhere like that. Obviously not going to open every single one. I'm actually going to hop off of here in a few. We've been on here for 50 minutes. So open up, what do you guys say? 3 more packs? Open up 3 more packs. Call it a night, and I'll be back on here soon. Do you guys want me to come back on, do more like card opening, casual type videos? If you guys just hate this setup, 1, I don't know why you're still watching. And 2, let me know, and I'll just not do these types of videos. I enjoy them, though. Some list per hour, not per day. Absolutely. This sums it up right here. Living is best life. Yes. Do people buy the non-PSA graded cards that fast as well? Yes. Because what's happening is people are playing the grading game, which is something I do. I like to buy stuff that's raw, which is ungraded. That can be cards, which I'm now getting back into, but something I've been doing, and you guys can't see all of them. I actually have a third shelf up top you can't see. I'm buying sealed retro games raw for an under market value, sending them in to get graded, and then that just pops the value tremendously for certain ones. Not every, you can't just buy random games. You have to do your research and kind of know where the market's at with that. But some of these things have been well worth it. Like that Pikachu I mentioned earlier, that's a sealed 1999 Game Boy Yellow Edition. I'm all in with the grading cost of about $100, 120 with shipping. I'm all in on that set for $500, and it's worth, there's a sold comp as of this month for about $6,000. So that is an example of the game I like to play, is buying raw and then getting it graded and going from there. So that's kind of the game I play. But people buy for those reasons. People buy that. I'm seeing a holo at the top already. Let's see if we get something good. All right, next up. Oh man, yes. It's comical at this point. Number 2. Oh my gosh. Do you guys see the joy this brings in life? Oh man. He's pretty. He's pretty. All right, this is kind of cool because we got the EX Mega Edition and the regular EX back to back. That's pretty sweet. Because now you think about the game of I will get both of these graded. Hopefully they come out PSA 9 or 10s. And then if I get to the point where I do want to sell them, I can sell them as a set. Dude, so pumped. I told you guys, like, I'd be so happy if I got 1. I got 2. Granted, I'm still waiting to pull the original artwork, which comes in both the original holo inside the window or the box here, and then also a reverse holo, which is the full thing. So if I can pull those 2 out of, like, I only had 34 packs to start with, and I pulled 2 of these so far, so I'm super pumped on that. Where's my sleeves? There they are. I say it again. Don't damage it. Do not drop it. Do not breathe on it. Sleeve them up. And I need to get the hard case sleeves because I did not do my research on proper sleeves, especially for higher dollar cards. Oh man, I'm so happy. So happy. Raw goes for 30, not bad. I paid $7 each on these packs, by the way. So we're already in profit. That card alone sells for 30 raw. Flip, thrifter, flipper. Yeah, get that in a penny sleeve and a top loader ASAP. Absolutely. Gonna go get me some new sleeves tomorrow. All right. Get these commons out of the way. And I'm still, by the way, because people usually ask, like, what do you do with the extras? I want to have a complete 2016 Evolution set. So I'm just making a big pile. I'll go through and pick out one of each card that I need and all my duplicates. Honestly, I'll probably do like a live show and just give them away or something like that. If anyone's actually interested, I don't know if anyone actually wants commons from Evolutions, but we'll go from there. All right, so we got what? This pack and one more? Two more? You guys good with that? Here we go. Oh, that's right, the codes. You guys want the codes? Do any of you use those? I just didn't think anyone on here used them. If you, well, I guess they're all scattered now. I can pull out a few code cards and flash them on the screen here. Those are for like the digital codes for those that play the online version. So if anyone here wants those, let me know in the chat. I'll flash them up real quick and you can rewatch this video, screenshot or whatever. Yeah, penny sleeve, every single one of them. Definitely. All right, here we go. I just realized that's blurry, so you guys probably can't see them when I pull them. All right. Oh my gosh, can we get two in a row? That would be so sweet. All right, we got Staryu. Spirit Link. Oh, hell yes. I know it was a little blurry because of my lens I'm using. I am so happy with this pack. Come on. Cannon. Hold on. There he is. Venusaur. So pumped. All right, let's see what this guy goes for. Pokemon. I've not ever looked this one up, and this is actually number 1 out of 108. I learned something new today. All right, so not crazy. $5, $4 or $5 on average. That's for raw. Let's just see if PSA is worth anything. Again, we've got to factor in roughly $25-ish to get this thing graded. So we have a sold PSA 9 for 40, PSA 10 for 75, PSA 10 for 45, 45. So we can call that, PSA 9 like a $40 card ish. Not bad at all. I just love the art that they did on these things. Love it. Get him sleeved up here. All right, you guys game for one more? If you have any last minute questions, drop those in the comment. And if you could do me a huge favor and just comment, do you want me to keep popping up here randomly and doing some of these live card openings for you guys? I have fun doing this and I'm building my own collection anyways. But if you guys enjoy also just kind of tuning in behind the scenes, I'm more than happy to flip my camera on. Okay. Ooh, got a secret rare. Boom. And I actually had someone the other day ask me, how do you know when it's a secret? Because you've got your number. That's not going to focus in on here, is it? All right, your number, like the card number is going to be higher than what was made. So for example, this one is 112 out of 108 is how we determine that. Pretty good looking card. All right, let's do one more. Yeah, thumbs up this new PokeTuber. I don't see myself becoming the PokeTuber status by any means. I don't have the knowledge base to do that. And I don't have the packs to do that. You need a decent amount of packs. But if you guys enjoy a little bit of nerding out on some Pokemon stuff, I'm definitely game to hop up here and do it. All right, last one of the night. Still got plenty more, and I have access to more of these. So I'll just go ahead and start buying some more of these. If you guys are game, watch me do some openings. Then doing it by yourself. You can save some of the codes and sell it. Yeah, that's true. I could save all the code cards, sell them off. But if anyone here wants the codes, I don't mind giving them to you. I'm not using them, so might as well give them to someone who wants them. All right. I need to fix my camera angles for next time, guys. I apologize for that. Uteran, we got Machoke and Mewtwo EX. Mewtwo has always been one of my faves. Again, dollar value doesn't really matter for a lot of these. It's just purely the nostalgia, the artwork they put into some of it. That's just a sweet looking card right there. And I've not actually looked this one up, so I'm curious. Let's look up our last one, shall we? All right, so we've got number 52 out of 108. All right, we've got, I mean, all over the place on comps, $5 to $10 raw. And then let's look up, see if we got any PSAs. All right, we've got a 9 for $30-ish. We've got a PSA 10 for 50, PSA 9 for 24, PSA 10 for 50. So that kind of gives you the range. So it could be worth anywhere between 30 and 50, depending on a 9 or a 10. Man, we pulled some good stuff for not that many packs. Super happy with that. I was not expecting to pull 2 Charizards, Venusaur, and then Mewtwo on top of that. Super happy with that. And the flying Surfing Pikachus. It was a good night. It was a good night. All right, get him in the special pile. Sleeve up this last Machoke here. Yeah, sleeve that bad boy. Everyone's like, sleeve it now. What are you waiting for? Hey, good evening from Gladstone. What's up, Johnny Pepper? You are just north of me. I used to go into I haven't been in a while, but what thrift store is up there? I guess it's south of you. It'd be Red, White, and Blue thrift store. That's more in like the Canby-ish area. Oh, did not know that. You can donate the cards to Savers and get 20% off if they're still doing the donation deal. Good to know. As the minions say, what? Side Hustle is in the Pokemon game as well. I pulled Charizard VMAX from Darkness Ablaze. It's only worth getting in the game if you get cards graded and a graded 10. Yes, absolutely agree with that. That's kind of what I'm going for. Like, I just want to focus on pulling the good stuff. Hopefully they get graded a 10. If they get a 9, it's still good for the collection. I'm game for 9. Obviously 10s are what we go for, but I'm game for a 9. I've passed on so many cards on Facebook Marketplace and Mercari and all these places that I look for good cards. And I pass if they're a PSA like I even hesitate to say 7, like an 8 or below. Like, I want to go for the pristine. I want to go for the best of the best. Ooh, solid question. Do you weigh them beforehand? No. As far as I can tell, I've watched several videos on this so far, and there's a debate about it. Are these weighable? Right? There's several people that have weighed theirs, and the light packs usually have certain types of cards, but other videos show different. So it's really hard to say if these are weighable. I'm curious if any of you who maybe are in the Pokemon game have weighed yours and if you found them to be consistent. So as far as I know, I don't weigh them. Just open them, have some fun. Maybe I can do a video where I take 20 packs and weigh them all and sort them by weight and then see which ones are consistent with certain types of cards. That's something we can probably try out. The ones that are weighable are of course, the base set booster packs, which I have 6 of. Unfortunately, 5 of them are light. So probably not anything crazy inside of there. So I'm just keeping them sealed. I do have one that's borderline. It's 21 grams, which is like, might be on the heavy side, but may have nothing. So I'm hesitant to open any of them just because I want to keep them sealed if I know they're not on the actual heavy side. Yeah, Game Gladiator says new ones are not. I think Pokemon caught on. They caught on. They don't want them to all be weighable because it takes it to an extent takes the joy out of it, right? Takes the treasure hunter part out of it. Because there's something about just opening the pack and it's the lottery. Like you have no idea what you're going to be pulling out of there. All in good fun. Hey, there you go. Red, white, and blue. Yes, that's in town. Yeah, I've been there many, many times. All right, folks. It's been 1 hour, 5 minutes. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode. For those of you that are still hanging out, much appreciated. Again, not a crazy informative video, just something fun, casual, laid back. I'm going to do this myself anyway, so I might as well turn on the camera, hang out with you guys. So I'll definitely be back into the game as far as video creation content. I'll be doing several types of live streams for you guys. I have traditional tutorials and videos that I'm editing for you guys. I'm back in stores doing more retail arbitrage stuff. So all kinds of goodies coming to the channel for you guys. But aside from that, enjoy your evening. Be sure to hit a thumbs up. Let's just face it, this channel, because I didn't post on it for like 6 months, has tanked. So if you want to do me a huge favor, if I've brought you any value in the last 5 years of doing this channel, please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below. Even if you're watching the live stream, if you comment after it's recorded, that helps out too. So we can get this thing back in the search engine and show YouTube that we're good people. We want to get back in front of more people again. So with that being said, peace out, crew. I'll see you next time.